So, you have a new cat or kitten, and they're happy, healthy, and full of energy. But one question might remain in your mind. What kind of food would my adorable kitten like? What kind of food would be best for them? You might think, that's no problem. There are lots of cat and kitten foods available at the store. Maybe you already have some food at home, so you crack open a can and get it ready to serve. Then your kitten snubs your food and wanders off. What's going on? Maybe they just don't like this kind of food. Not to worry, look at all these varieties of cat foods. This one says it's just for healthy growing kittens. This one says it's a complete and balanced diet for an indoor adult cat. This one says it has all the wholesome essentials. But have you ever thought about what all of these things might actually mean? Why do people even think that dried kibble is an appropriate food for pets? When was packaged kibble in bags first sold? Despite what the marketing on these packages say, modern pet food was first created out of necessity. Not the needs of pets, but the needs of people. While some form of dried pet food has existed since the 1860s, a major world event in 1941 made the metal used for canning pet food impossible to source, so manufacturers had to get creative. Their solution was to use the byproducts from cereal manufacturing, because meat was also hard to find, to make a shelf-stable food that could be sold in bags for pets. Obviously, the ease of use and convenience of this new pet product was such a success that it has spawned the $110+ billion global pet food market that continues to grow. With these decades of feeding pets around the world, these pet food products must be good for your pets, right? Well, let's look at what is actually in these pet foods compared to what cats actually need as part of their diets. First, you can look at your own cat, or at our foster kittens here, and see an obvious sign as to what their bodies are designed to eat. All you have to do is look at their teeth. You can see that a cat's sharp teeth are designed just like their much larger relatives, lions and tigers. House cats are obligate carnivores, which means they need to eat muscle meat, organ meat, and some bones to be healthy. They also need a source of fatty acids, which are commonly found in fish. That's it. Just 4 ingredients if you count each as a separate part. Obviously, you can see from the ingredient labels we have already shown that there are much more than 4 ingredients in pet foods, no matter whether you get dried or canned food. So then what are all these other ingredients and what are they added for? Let's look at some of the common ones to see if there are any patterns we can identify. We see that many of them have some kind of meat protein like chicken or turkey as the first ingredient, which is great. They also have a source of organ meat, which is usually liver, but is not always from the same animal. Pork liver seems to be a more popular option from our very small sample set. However, many of these also list meat meals or meat byproducts: corn, soybeans, rice, beet pulp, numerous other vegetables, and countless chemicals and minerals. The question is, if cats only really need 4 ingredients for a healthy diet, by definition as carnivores, then why are there so many different vegetables, grains, and other fibers included in their commercial food options? With words like science, specialized, nutrition, and health right on the package in big, bold letters, these foods should be good for them, right? Unfortunately, the answer actually has more to do with making a cheaper, more convenient product to sell to people that is marketed as being designed just for animals, while still being as cheap as possible to make. Instead of using exclusively the expensive meat that cats need in their diets, many pet foods use cheaper fillers like grains and vegetables to keep their costs low. To supplement the vitamins lost by not feeding cats the meat they need, since the foods are mostly packed with fillers now, they also add large amounts of extra vitamins with a few extra preservatives to keep the food fresher longer. Now, we are not veterinarians and we cannot actually tell you what to feed your pets, but it is important to look at the options and decide what might actually be best for your cats. If you like feeding commercial pet foods, you can buy any pet store or supermarket and your cat is happy, then keep doing what you think is good for them. If you want to try to feed your cat only what they would need to eat in the wild and what they might choose to eat themselves if they could choose, try to find foods that only list muscle meats, organs, bones, and fish as ingredients. Some canned pet foods are great for this. There are even some dried pet food options that are low ingredient, dried, meat-based formulas. The important thing is to find the best option for your pet so they can be with you for many more years to come with minimal health issues. You might even want to consider raw feeding like we do. Of course, this is a very deep topic, so if you want more detail, let us know in the comments. There's plenty more to explain and understand with how the current pet food industry came to be. We are barely scratching the surface. If you like this video, consider liking or subscribing for more. This is a newer topic that we have not really tried to explain from our own experience researching what foods are best for our own pets. But if people find it helpful, we can try to explain more of the history of the modern pet food industry. Cats can't speak for themselves, so it is up to us as their human servants to make good decisions for them, and that includes the food we provide for them. Thank you for watching. Meow, we have to go wrangle some foster kittens.